lid on this guy so I don't get high. No kids, don't use this to get high, that's a joke. And make sure you get your lid on straight or this stuff will glaze over and eventually dry. So, bam! Look at that, that is beautiful. Alright, so let's clean up the guitar a bit. You know, none of this is really dirty that much, but I'm going to go ahead and just clean it up a little bit. So, I'll be right back with you. It's Skycam! Hey, we're going to clean this baby up. I like to use this stuff. Another Diodario product. I didn't know I had so many Diodario things. But anyway, this is, the other reason why I like this over maybe the Dunlop stuff or some other things that I have is it smells like fireballs and I like cinnamon. So there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and just clean this thing up. See what well, we got another clean rag and I'm just leaving these on. There's no reason for this, I guess, but just show you what very simply I do. I normally just shake it up. I don't spray it right on the guitar. I don't want to overspray or anything on everything else. So I'll just stick it in here. Very simple stuff, guys. Obviously, I know you guys have done this 100,000 times, but I just get in here and clean it up. It's good to do when the strings are off, you know. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. I don't like to clean my guitars up a lot, especially if there's something I play a lot. Every little bit of grime, scratches, whatever, I like to think they're battle scars. I mean, they're part of what I've done with it. You know, why would I want to mess that up? Anyway, unless it's functional, something that's going to mess up things like dirty pots. Of course, I'm going to clean this sweat and rock juice. Oh, that's a bad. That didn't sound good. Out of my potentiometers and such. But normally, I don't like to do much on the cleaning side of my guitars. But we'll do this one a little bit because it's new, and this isn't my stuff really. It's whatever it was in the factory or whatever. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with this, so you're going to see some super fast mode here. Here we go. Oh yeah, and I bring you back. I never put anything on my neck. Nothing on my neck. Okay, back into super fast mode. That was the cleaner. Now we're going to use some polish. This is just Dunlop 65, formula number 65 guitar polish and cleaner. Actually, this stuff is not too bad, but I'm about out of it. This is a Trick guitar polish. One of my local techs told me about that. Anyway, let's put some of this on. Again, super fast mode. Alright, welcome back. So, now what we need to do is we need to look on our trusty wall of a magnetic and grab a tool here. I believe a 3/8 is what I need. And I want to tighten these up, you know, just, you don't want to tighten up too much. You don't want to break anything or tighten anything down too much. You just want to make sure everything's snug. Remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. That was really loose, just a little bit to the left, and it came undone. But you don't want to tighten these down and crank on them real hard. You just want to tighten them down to where they just snug, and they don't want to come back too hard or too easily. All right, we're just going to check the back, make sure all these little screws are tight. Well, I have some others here that I could put on that came off of my Telecaster, but we're not going to do that right now. That's going to be in the mod video. I want to hear what this thing sounds like with just the setup, then we'll mod it. Alright, so when we come back, we're going to look at some other stuff on here and see if anything else needs fixed before we put the strings on. See ya. Hi, welcome back. Alright, this is what I put into my my nut slots to ensure when I bend things go back. You know, I used to make this stuff, and you can if you got graphite and you have some Vaseline. This stuff's pretty good though, it stays in place. And it's got a much better name than nut sauce, but I don't know which one works better because this is the only one that I've used that's been made by a manufacturer. I've used things like Teflon non-stick dry film over any metal part that I might have where the strings go over. You know, saddles or whatever. And I've also used this in the nut slots, but I didn't find it to be as good. Alright, so let's take the, oh my god, it was so out of focus. Alright. Okay, this is very simple. Here I still got you in Skycam. I use this little pen. I don't even know where this came from, to tell you the truth. It might be a little small soldering iron tip. Very small for doing surface mount stuff. But anyway, you can also use a needle. You could use a guitar string, whatever. And I just take this and I pack it into the slot. It's that simple. Try to get it in there as good as you can. You don't want to gum it up. You don't want to completely fill the slot to where the the string is going to be gummed up. You just want to get it in there and on the surface and bonded to all surface areas of the surface area there in each slot the best you can. Now, obviously, it's not going to be everywhere, but this is nice. At least on these larger ones, I can get that in there and push it through like that. I know you're up real high and probably can't see this completely, but we're doing Skycam right now today, and that's where we're at. So let's get it nice and in there and work it through and take whatever excess you have and move to the next. I think it's time for another super fast mode. Here we go. Okay, now you can see that this stuff, if you're just an amateur like me, you got 10 or 14, 15 guitars and you work from time to time on people's guitars, but not a lot. This will last you forever. No doubt about it. Okay, now what I do is, I don't like having the excess on the top, so I'll just come back through after I hang that back up, and I'll just wipe straight across this, pushing down, and that takes the excess off the top and the sides. And now it's in the nut slot where I want it. Okay, when I come back, we put on some string. Okay, I took you out of Skycam here for a minute because I want to show you how I wrap a string. Now, I don't know if I've ever shown this in any other video. I might have, I just don't remember. I just ran that string right in my finger. Okay, so let's get into these Diodario XL 10 to 46, and we'll get these on. 1 second. Okay, so we got the first one on. So what I was going to tell you is when I normally do strings and I'm not cleaning my fretboard or putting linseed oil on my fretboard, if I've done it recently, I'll do one at a time. That keeps even string pressure across the neck. But when I don't do that and I'm cleaning my fretboard or I'm going to put linseed oil on it because I don't want that on my strings and it's hard to get them out of the way, I will take them all off. And I normally will put the low E and high E on. But today I made a mistake when I was taping this and for some reason it didn't record, and I want to show you how I wrap these strings. So we're going to go ahead and just do the A string so you can see that. Alright, so what I normally do, or what I always do, is I'll come through here, I'll make sure I'm all the way through the bridge and I'm over the right spot where I'm going to be on the saddle, and I will go to here, put my finger, right, kind of hold that, and what I'll always do is I'll go up 2 tuners, 1, 2, I'll even push it over and give myself a little bit for a tag, or a tag end, or an end sticking out. So that's where my cut will be, and then I'll have a perfectly wound string every single time. Now, what I also do, after I throw that away so it doesn't stick in my finger, is I'll turn the tuner here to where it's directly facing this way back to the bridge, and then I'll pull this sucker through and see where it's at. That's good. Now I'll come back, I'll leave myself a small tag, try to keep everything straight, make sure there's no other strings underneath of it or anything like that. I'll take my winder, and the first wind will be over. So I'll keep this high, and I'll take the string itself over the tag. And every other wind will go actually under the tag. And what this does is it helps to keep a good string angle from your nut down. It drives the string down. And there we go. Now, that, in my opinion, is the best way to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Now, oh, well, here, we're faced with a dilemma. We don't have 1 or 2 up here, up this way. So what do? Well, it's very simple. We make sure we pull through the bottom. We pull our string through, and what I'll do is I'll grab here where it touches that. When it's pulled tight, string's pulled tight, I'll go back my 2, and then I'll make my cut. Now I've already cut this one, so that's my tag I'm going to leave. I'm going to push this down here to hold it in place until I get my hand up here. I'm going to get my string winder. Remember, first one, you're going to take the string over the tab with a tag, and then the rest keeping some pressure here. See how, I don't know if you can see that, I keep pressure with my finger there. Let me see if I can get a little bit more of a zoom on that. Hopefully you can see that. And I keep it pressured, and then I just keep it as low as I can so it drives it down, and I run with it here until it gets tight, and I put it underneath the tree. Make sure those trees are straight, and also remember to put your nut sauce or your lubricant underneath there too. It's another metal part. I didn't show that, but make sure you do that, as I have. And now I tune up, now that I have these two on here. So let's see what we got. Oh, my ear was pretty close there. So there's E. Make sure everything looks good here. We're up and tight. If you hear any buzzing at this time, don't concern yourself. You don't have the tension on the neck yet, so you probably don't have the bend on the neck that you normally have. That's what we're hearing here now. The relief is not quite there because you don't have all the tension. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of these, and I'm going to use the super fast mode because I know this will bore you to death. But if you need to, if you want to use my technique, just back up the video and watch it over again. It's very simple. It's a nice technique, I feel, for putting on strings. So super fast mode we go. Here we go. Okay, we're back from that super fast mode. We got all the strings on. Now we're going to go through stretching. Now, I don't know if I'm going to show you this, but what I normally do is I'll just pull and flex and do things, but also Planet Waves makes a winder like this. Now, I don't know if you can, yes, you can see that. See this here? That curved indent? See how that is? Take this, put it on your string about the 12th fret, and then gently tug it up and down like that, and you'll stretch your strings, and that gives a nice radius on the string when you're doing it, so you don't get any kinking. That's what that's for. I always do it at the 12th fret. You might do it at another fret, but try that out sometime if you have one of these. Okay, got you back here. We're going to just talk about the steps of setting up a guitar. And I've got you in this angle here because I just wanted to talk a little bit about neck relief too. But what are we trying to do with the setup?